Nice to meet you.
You can go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you.
So, welcome, and today we're just gonna talk for a little while and start something. And there's some papers that I'll have you sign at the end of the session, or maybe next week, depending on the time. And before we begin, I just want to tell you anything that you say here today will be kept here. I don't go out and discuss it with anybody else. And there are 2 things I would have to tell, and if that's just if you plan on doing harm to yourself or to someone else. Other than that, anything that you say will be specifically stuck to in this room. So what brings you here today?
I don't know how I'm feeling or what it is. I just have a ton of mix of emotions because my younger sister that's 5 years younger than me, she is into alcohol and she's drinking, and I don't want it to become like an addiction. And she lives with, there's me and my sister and my mom, and so that's us 3. And she lives with us, and she's just been like stealing from my mom for money for alcohol. And because like there's this guy that she's hanging out with that's 21 and she's only 15, which is way too big of an age difference. And she gives him money, he goes out and buys vodka or booze or whatever it is and everything, and she gets drunk, I would say maybe 4 to 7 times a week, just kind of like depending all on what's going on, and it's just become this giant nightmare, and my mom doesn't know what to do, and I don't know what to do, and my mom's stressing me out, my sister's stressing me out, and my mom and I are frustrated because my sister is just like doing crazy things that she just like started out of nowhere, and we don't understand why, and I'm really scared for her future.
Alright. So you're just really, it sounds, of course you said stressed, but maybe frustrated with the situation, and you're hearing it from both sides, so it must be hard for you to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you have other things going on in your life that you'd like to take top priority over some of that.
Mm-hmm. Like I have my own life, and I have my own things to do, like school and work and all sorts of stuff, and hang out with friends, but like it's so hard to focus on anything else when this giant cloud is bogging me down.
I'm sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
What have either of you maybe tried talking to her or?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's a good idea. We probably should do it or try more and maybe take a different approach to it, because when we have talked to her, she just kind of like shuts us out and just kind of closes off and doesn't want to hear anything we have to say. She doesn't understand. We're just looking out for her well-being because we love her and care for her.
Okay. So how long has this been going on, and maybe what are some things that you might have already said to her or your mother have said to her maybe?
This has been going on, I don't know, I think she started drinking like a year ago, and it's just kind of like progressed, and like just recently, like a month or 2 ago, it's gotten to the point where it's like 4 to 7 times a week or whatever. And so that is just pretty recent, but she started drinking like a year ago, and my mom and I, we've said, why are you doing this? Like, why do you feel like you need to do this? You don't need to do it to fit in, yada yada. We just kind of like taken that approach, like asking her and trying to figure out why she's even doing it in the first place. And then Mom tried to limit the time that she saw this 21-year-old riffraff guy, and
how did that go over?
Not very well. She just completely like shut Mom off. She'll sneak out. The guy will come and pick her up. It's just not a good situation, and so we're just kind of like at a loss of what to do.
You said you would come pick her up, or
the guy would. The guy would
okay.
come and pick her up and
from
sneak
out
her
of the
out.
house.
Yep.
And, okay.
Exactly.
I understand. So that must be hard to deal with at home. And
Mm-hmm.
you said that you have like friends in school and work.
Right.
Does this ever interfere with the friends, maybe like coming home or?
Sometimes, because like my mom will call me like crying and upset and everything, like why is this happening, and she's doing crazy stuff again, and will like tell me what's going on and everything, and then it just kind of like puts me in a sad mood when I'm trying to like do other things, and kind of like takes my focus away from like what I want to focus on.
Okay. So it's just a big snowballing effect, making your life more hectic, more crazy.
You're
and
right.
You're not sure how to deal with all of the emotions
Mhm.
from being frustrated. And are there any underlying feelings towards your sister that you may have as well?
Well, I obviously love her, and
Right.
just like right now, like my only feelings for her is like confusion and frustration and
Yeah.
like why, and anger and sadness, pretty much.
So you just don't understand why she's doing this.
Mhm.
And I mean, you said that she was 15,
Mhm.
so maybe she's just at that rebellious stage that
Right.
many teenagers go through.
Mhm.
But again, there's that boy who's several years older than her.
He's like
and
the
that's
encourager.
obviously okay.
Mhm.
So but you said she was still doing all of this before he came along.
Yeah, he just makes it worse.
Is about the time that he came along? Was that when she started doing like?
Mhm.
Okay. So maybe he might have something to do with why she's getting worse.
Mhm.
And you said your mom had tried to limit the time that she had spent with him.
Mhm.
Was there anything that maybe you had said or done to her at that time, maybe to try to help, or you think that you might be able to say to her to try to help pull her away?
I really don't know. I guess that's kind of like what I want to figure out from like coming here and everything. Is
Right.
like kind of what steps to do next and stuff.
Okay. Well, well, if you'd like, we're going to end the session today, and I'd be more than willing to keep talking with you about it, and we'll try to figure out those steps and what you can do to maybe help yourself as well as your sister, if that's what you're wanting to do. So if you'd like, you can schedule a next appointment with the receptionist out in the waiting room.
Well, thank you very much. It's definitely helped, like, coming in today and, like, releasing these feelings and everything, and I definitely feel better after talking to somebody about it. So thank you, and I will schedule another appointment.